Valante.
This is Vanyce.
And we're V Squared. V Squared is our segment that we do together. And this is the first official studio segment that we've done, right?
Yeah.
Because we both are doing our own thing, which is cool. Vanyce does her thing. I do my thing. She has Smiles by Vanyce, which launched last year. And so this is a time where we kind of come together and share quality time with you. V Squared started because one of my colleagues looked at us and she just called us V Squared.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool because I think that really sums up who we are. We're kind of a 1-2 punch. We work together. She doesn't look like me except for the eyes. Vanyce does have my eyes. If you look at the monitor, you'll see she has the eyes. But other than that, she doesn't look like me. But I do have to admit, she acts like me. Do you think you act like me?
No.
No? Yes,
No.
She acts like me. And the funny thing about it is I love the V Squared because she is me to an exponential degree. So it's kind of like my personality squared. And some of the things that she does, she'll say something and it's like looking in the mirror. I think she has my sense of humor. Yeah, you act like me. I didn't realize until I got to be an adult that I act like mom. So yeah. So you are looking at how fabulous you're going to be when you're 43 years old. Got it? You don't think I'm fabulous? You think I'm fabulous?
Let's get on with the show.
You know you think I'm fabulous. That's why you always follow me around. But we decided to just talk about some of the things that are going on. I have noticed on social media so many images of young people that are missing. And it's a thing where I don't understand it. I know that sometimes as a parent, people may think that I'm overprotective. But one thing about it, and I always say this jokingly, but I mean it, if somebody gets Vanyce, they're going to take her from me and they're going to kill me getting her because I keep her close to me. I keep a watch on her. As a matter of fact, before we get into this segment, we had an incident this morning. Tell everybody about Instagram.
Well,
Do you still have your Instagram account on your iPod?
no.
No, we had to remove the app. And why?
Well, I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I was on Instagram and there's a person that I really don't know following me because my account wasn't private. It used to be, but I was going to change it back. And when she fixed up my iPod, there was this picture that someone had posted. Now, I really don't know this person. I'm not following this person. I don't know. But, yeah.
So I'm walking. I'm not even looking. I'm walking through the family room and her iPod is sitting in the recliner and I see this very inappropriate image. And I look down and there it is. And I told her, I said, okay, she didn't really have a valid excuse or reason for this. So I'm like, well, delete Instagram from your iPod because even if you didn't do anything, even if you don't know this person, I don't want you exposed to that kind of content. That kind of content should not be on your electronic device. It's not on mine.
Well,
That means that you have to be off of Instagram until you figure out how to set your privacy and to manage your accounts so that that doesn't happen. Those kind of pictures don't pop up on my Facebook or my Twitter because I don't associate those kinds of people.
I don't either. I don't know this person at all. But this person, I'm guessing, started following me. So when someone follows you, a picture that person posts comes up in your news feed. I didn't like the picture, nothing like that. All you have to do is just scroll down. Like, I wasn't paying any attention to it. I've never seen it before. I have nothing to do with it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't even know the person.
Well, as a parent, I feel like I don't really use Instagram, so I'm not sure how it works. So until I figure out Instagram, and until we figure out how to secure our Instagram account,
I'll set it private and block.
Then you already told me your Instagram account was private.
Well,
but
yeah,
anyway,
it was.
Until we get all of that in order, Vanyce Grant, what's your Instagram name?
Mi nombre es V.
Mi nombre es V is currently unavailable on Instagram. And I have a question that this is totally random. Why do teenagers pull their sleeves down over their hands like this? What is that about? I mean, your cuffs go here. And I'm watching you. We're on TV. This is gonna broadcast globally, and you sitting there like this, and you just all in the what is that? Explain that. You still got it like that. Pull the cuffs up where they go. Cuffs go on your wrist.
Okay.
What is that about? Why do you guys do that? Explain it. It's like you have all these layers, a shirt that stops here, a shirt that stops there, a shirt that stops there, your sleeves down here, then you got the guys with the pants that's down below your waist. What's with that? Why can't we wear the clothes the way they made to be
Well,
made
you
to be worn?
see, it's like, I don't know, it's a habit because it's like you get cold.
It is not
You get
cold.
cold.
We're
You
sitting in
get
this
cold.
studio under all of these lights.
I'm not
Come with
cold, but it's,
another one. Come on.
I'm
Oh, this
not
is hot seat
cold.
for Venice Day. Go ahead.
I'm not cold. It's just like a habit. Like,
Well, let's fix them.
it's,
We want to look nice.
I
You're
mean,
on
I know,
TV.
but it's like, I don't know, as a
Smile. You're
teen,
a candy camera.
I am smiling, but
Yeah, you
it's
are.
like a habit where like, I don't know, teenagers do that. They just like take their sleeves and it's just a habit to go like this or something. Like, it's just a habit. Like, most teens do it. It's a habit.
It's a habit. Great explanation. Okay. Okay, enough about badgering you. Oh, that was kind of fun, though. Okay, so
Habit.
we had a conversation the other day, and honestly, though, I do have to say we have a great time. And it's so funny. I'm kind of tired, so if I look sleepy this morning, it's because last night we played family
No.
game night on the Wii and Wheel of Fortune. And I have told Venice that I do not play board games or games with minors because I am so good at them. Honestly, I'm good at them. And
See, I'm not a
they
minor.
don't stand a chance. She's a minor. They
I'm
don't
not a
stand a
minor.
chance of beating me. However, Venice did very, very well. She did better than most adults. So the reason I'm tired is because she kept me up all night. We played Wheel of Fortune, Boggle. What else we play?
Connect
Connect
Four.
Four,
Um,
and something else. We
NASCAR.
played. Oh, we played NASCAR.
I beat you though.
She beat me in NASCAR. But
Every
all of the
round.
board games, I kept beating her in. And so she didn't want to stop playing until she won. She did beat me in one round of Boggle. But that was after we had been playing these games for 3 hours. I was tired and I was sleepy. So she was able to beat me in that particular round. Okay. So, but we had a conversation and we were talking about some of the things that is going on at her school, some of the issues that teens are facing. When this is in middle school, it's eighth grade. And of course, you have sex and drugs and cigarettes and all of this alcohol going on at school. But I kind of wasn't ready for it in middle school. I thought that would be high school. So we started to talk about that. Do you know kids that do those things at your school?
Yep.
Sorry. And um, we kind of were talking about it. And I said, I teach Venice that you're polite, you're cordial, you're respectful to everybody. There's never an excuse to be rude or nasty. But when people engage in activities or a lifestyle that you are not interested in or that we don't approve of, then you have to separate yourself. So we kind of talked about barriers aligned. What did you tell me? If you have a friend or somebody at school that you know gets high or smokes or drinks, all that stuff, what is your line? Like, what would you do with them? What wouldn't you do with them?
Well, after this chat,
Well, no, tell me what you told me then.
okay. Well, I said this is then. I said that like I mean, I would hang out with that person because we can be friends. Because I don't feel like we just can't be friends because of what they do. But like once it gets to a certain extent, it's just like no.
And she made a statement which kind of alarmed me as a mom. She said, well, yeah, I would go to the show with them. And if they started doing that, then I would go home and I would leave and I know how to handle the situation. That alarmed me because, as I pointed out to Venice, if you have a person with you and they're underage and they're smoking and drinking or even getting high, you don't have control of that conversation. If you're a teen and your friends engage in those activities, you should not go anywhere with them. And like I told her, if you're in a car with your friends and they have alcohol and cigarettes or drugs on them in the vehicle, if the police stop you, you're all going to jail. I mean, all of the details will probably get sorted out, but that's an experience that you shouldn't go through. And it was kind of interesting or enlightening because I kind of figured she would know that you don't get in the car with somebody who drinks and they're underage. But she thought, it was cool to go to the show with them.
I know not to get in the
Or,
car with the underage drinker now. That
but
I
I
would
mean,
never do under any circumstance.
even if you meet them at the show, and that's something, people who do things that are reckless and detrimental to themselves, they don't have the capacity. If they don't care anymore about their own well-being, then they're not going to look out for you. And I shared this story with you. I have an adult friend who, we drove to Milwaukee together, and I'm in my car, and this person had marijuana in a bag in a trunk in my car. I didn't even know it. The way I found out was he had it in a crumpled up bag. So I thought it was garbage. I threw the bag out. And then we got into this big argument because, oh, you threw my stuff out. And I'm like, you had what in my car? And I'm driving, I'm crossing state lines, and I got marijuana in my trunk. Now, had I got pulled over and my car got searched, I was going to jail. And I have never lit a joint in my life. And as an adult, that's what happened to me. And so, and I shared that story with her. Her eyes got big, like, really? And that's why when you, and again, that was my fault because I didn't know that this person got high. But I kind of figured that you cared enough about me and respected my lifestyle enough not to do that. But apparently not. So what do you think about that?
Um, I don't know. It's like,
Honestly, okay. Outside of me being mom, do you think that I'm right? I mean, do you think I'm
yeah,
overreacting or do you think I'm right on this?
both.
Okay, how? You gotta
Well,
define both.
you see, I mean, I think you're right because, like, yeah, I can get in a lot of trouble and anything could happen. But I think you're kind of overreacting because, well, first of all, I don't know, but like, you're kind of overreacting because it's like, I mean, it just so happens that these people that I know, I don't go anywhere with because, I mean, we're friends, we talk at school and stuff, but it's not the kind of friend where I hang out with them and go places with them or we plan things together.
So I go to your school. You know me. We're cool. I got a great personality. I'm a lot of fun to be around. I'm having a skating party. Venice, you're invited. Can you come to my skating party? Do you think it's cool for you to go to that party with these people?
Yes, because I know there's adults and there's other people around, and it's safer than going somewhere where it's like, it's actually safer than like if we went to the show, because like at the show, there's like, it's dark, anything can happen, people don't see things.
So say that you're at the skating rink and they have the stuff with them at the skating rink. You're all, like, where do we go for your party? USA Skate.
Yeah.
We're all at USA Skate, um, and we're sitting at the table together, and they're serving like we had the pizza and pop and stuff. And somebody jacket falls on the floor, and a bag of weed falls out. How do you think that party's going to turn out for you?
Bad.
So do you still think it's cool to go to their party?
I mean,
As a teenager, you might be thinking, well, what are the odds of the weed falling out on the floor, right?
no, that's not what I'm thinking, but like, I don't know, it's just, I feel like that's okay, but
Okay. I get high. I say, V, my parents are out of town. I'm having a
no.
party. Okay, at least you're not completely dumb.
Not even finish that,
No,
no.
no. Because we even saw that on the news yesterday, right? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
With the kids that are throwing the parties now with their parents out of town and they're having these huge parties. They're posting on social media. And, I'm sorry, but they interviewed the mom and the mom was just like, what? It was on the internet? I didn't know. I'm sorry. If you're a parent, I don't know it's not an excuse. You pay the rent, you pay the light, you pay the gas, you are feeding this human being. To say I don't know is just not cutting it. You gotta find out. Valante.
Valante. It's all about your belief about who you should be. It's work on yourself first, and that is not selfish. That's honoring your cutie pie self.
I would.
Yes.
See that?
I just
That around.
The only one who needs to validate your affirmation is you. I think that bringing Lisa on is where design meets.
I'm telling you, they were all proclaiming the glory of God. The judges
Are fabulous after.
There are a group of people who don't just want to be entertained. They want something else.
You're probably probably seems like you can't get away with anything because we do so much together.
No, I can't.
What's a good thing for you? But think of the flip side of that. Don't we do some really cool stuff together?
Yes, but it's like the little things that aren't even a big deal that are just like it's no way for me to get away with it. Like one time, she told me that I couldn't have any pop because I had some earlier that day, and I went outside. And when I came back inside, she was upstairs, and I opened it. I wasn't even gonna pour a full glass. It was like this much, and before I could even get it open, she was like, "You better not be getting any pop out of the refrigerator." I'm like,
How
I
does she know? See, that's where when I say we're alike, it's hilarious. Venice is so much like me. It's just that I'm 43 and she's 13. So even now, sometimes I'll be in my room and Venice, I can tell literally by the tone of her voice when this is about to be some foolishness. She comes to my room and she says, "Mom," and all I have to do is look at her and she'll leave like, "Oh, it's not even gonna fly." She'll just turn around, shake her head like whatever, and she walks out because she already knows, and she doesn't know how I know. The reason why I know is that there is nothing that you can conceive of doing that I have not tried. That and see, by I'm this old lady, she doesn't believe that. As a matter of fact, she has nothing on me. I could teach her how to be slick, and it's hilarious because when I'm looking at her going, and she has this stunned look on her face, like, how does she know? Why doesn't she believe me?
wait.
Why isn't this working?
But why didn't you believe me this morning?
What was this morning? I believe you. No, you
Cause
talking
I
about the Instagram?
yes.
I believe you. I honestly believe because, and I told you this last time, we're together a lot. I know Venice. There are things you could tell me she did. I'm like, and she could lie and say she didn't do it. I'm like, yes, she did that because that's her MO. Then there are things you could tell me that Venice did, and I'm like, no, it wasn't her. Um, and that particular image, I really don't think that that was someone that she associates with, and I really don't think she knows him. I don't think she comments with him, and I don't think she interacts with him. But the reason why I took the Instagram is because I don't want people like him having access to her. See, the internet is not that big. And sometimes teens post picture. If you post a picture at school or at home, or if you tag your location, people that are predators, they can find out where you are. And the next thing I know, she'll be missing. And that's where my mind went. So it wasn't really a punishment, it was a precaution. I'll probably let her back on Instagram, just like I'll let you back on Facebook.
Like this afternoon.
But I don't know how to use Instagram. And as a mother, and I saw this content, it is extremely irresponsible for me to just let her stay on Instagram without me finding out what's going on and how to safeguard her account. So I'll be talking to some people. I'll be calling some you. Okay, how do you work this? How do you do this? What safeguards do you put in place so that she can safely be on Instagram?
I can show you that myself. I mean,
Apparently, you don't know because the
I
content was on
mean,
your iPod.
like
I mean, like,
okay.
okay,
First of all,
okay,
I've
okay,
never
sorry.
seen it. Like I've never seen the picture. I didn't know it was there
I think
because
that it was
Instagram
God
automatically
because
refreshes.
I'm a praying woman. Honestly, I think that I pray for her daily. I think it was by divine intervention that because it was literally sitting there. I wasn't even thinking about her iPod. I was walking past the chair and the image was laying there. Usually, her iPod is blacked out because they go off after so many seconds.
No, I just
I
lock
happened.
it.
She had just sat it down, and I happened to walk by, and the image was there, and I went, "What?" And so even when I approached her about it and looked at her face, I could tell by the look on her face that she didn't know anything about it. So it's not that I didn't believe you. I do believe you. But I know now that you don't have Instagram under control. So we got to get Instagram under control before I allow you to lose it. Use it. Now let's switch again because there's a positive thing I want to share before we go. Edmodo. Her teacher has an Edmodo account, which I'm not quite sure how to work it, but Venice, my daughter, is real good about volunteering me for stuff at school. She's been doing it since she was in first grade. And she volunteered me to be the captain. What am I? The coach of your reading team for this book? What do I do?
You want me to explain it?
Yeah.
Okay, at my school, we are, well, I don't know if it's the whole school, but I know that my language arts class, my teacher is doing this website called Edmodo. And on Edmodo, she has a special code for us to access. and we're on a World War II unit. And the book I'm reading is Book Thief. And because so many people decided to read that book, there's two discussions: Book Thief One and Book Thief Two. Now, I told my mom about it, and it's like a Facebook for kids, and you can post, you can reply to what people say, and it's like you can make a group discussion about anything really, and it's really safe and it's really secure. And for the book, I decided to volunteer with my mom because like it's kind of cool to have my mom like interacting with me while I'm in school.
Coolest mom ever.
You didn't do it right. You didn't do it right. But anyway, it's kind of cool to have my mom like as my coach for reading because I find myself like my mom in reading and stuff because like I don't like being in groups with reading, and I'm happy we got to pick our groups because there's certain people in my class like
Remember,
that.
this is TV. We're not going to talk about people in your class you don't like.
I'm not gonna say anyone's name, but there's like I like to read at a fast pace and like a lot of pages, so I'm happy with the group I picked, and I'm happy that I have my mom as a coach because like she knows how to like keep the pace going to the point where I don't get like bothered by it.
Bothered. Oh my goodness. So yeah, and I don't know how to use it. They're teaching me how to use it, but I thought it was really great. So a lot of educators, I have a lot of friends who are educators and a lot of viewers who are educators because I've been tutoring and mentoring so long. But I think it's a great tool, and I feel like it was fortunate that I found out about it. I've been talking to some different youth groups just last week on possibly setting up a Facebook group to be able to communicate and stay in contact with your participants or the youth that you mentor. I think Edmodo is even better because it's secure. I know that there's no way that this teacher could have these students on this electronic platform if it were not safe, if it were not secure, because if something were to happen to one of these children, that school would be hit with such a huge lawsuit. And I really love her language arts teacher. She's very smart and she's very intuitive and involved with the group. So I am excited about
Ooh,
volunteering
I have something
to
to say.
do this. But
Let me finish first.
but Edmodo is, I think, Edmodo, Edmodo. Edmodo, I did it right, right?
What'd you say?
Edmodo, Edmodo.
Yeah.
Edmodo. You can go to edmodo.com or you can also download the app. She has it
It's
on her iPad. I have it on my
it's
iPad.
blue
And it's a blue little
with
icon,
like
but
a
you can
little guy in
also,
it.
with the little guy on it, you can also do it online. And it's a great way to monitor youth groups. And she said something that was very interesting. She said that they thought it was going to be kind of lame, right?
Yeah, cause
But
like
once you started doing it, what?
I realized it was pretty cool to like
Good.
interact and also get help with homework, and I can all do it on my device.
Awesome. So, and those are the things, I really want to encourage parents. Sometimes we spend so much money, but don't let electronic devices raise your children for you. Nothing replaces a parent. Even last night, we were playing, we did use electronics, we used the Wii. But I just, seriously, I literally came to the library and I checked out, not Family Feud, what else? Wheel of
Family game
Fortune,
night
Family Game Night, and Wheel of Fortune. I checked it out at the library. It
and
was
NASCAR.
free in NASCAR, and we sat there last night and we played video games all night. We played board games all night, and I had fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Because apparently you did, because she wouldn't let me go to sleep. And sometimes I know when you're a parent, particularly if you are a single parent, it requires a lot of sacrifices. But you know what? It's not always about being in a club on a Friday night, getting it in. You need to sacrifice some time for your children because the money that you spend does not replace that quality time. I am building a network, I'm trying to run a business. I technically don't have time to coach her group. I got to read this 360 page book. I got to go online and interact with her student, her teachers. If you went by the clock, I actually don't physically have time for that. However, that right now is the most significant thing that I could be doing. Something else that I'm doing is going to be bumped because the fact that my 13-year-old wants me in an online group coaching her and her teenage friends, that means more to me than anything in the entire world because I could have a 13-year-old that I don't know where she is. I could have a 13-year-old who's run off, who doesn't speak to me, who doesn't respect me. And so I am extremely grateful. And that's what I want for all parents. Your money, You know what you buy them, they like that, but what they want is you and your attention. And so this is our first V squared segment. And I just want to say, even to V, I am so proud of you. She's honor roll student. She's graduating this year. She's been honor roll consistently since kindergarten. I mean, and we have a lot of fun together. And yeah, and I'm on her. I'm on you, right? I'm on her hard, and I'm extremely strict. What I've noticed is when you're strict with children, that's when they want to be around you because I literally can't turn for the child. She is physically touching me when she comes in the house. And when I tell her to go away, it's just like this blank stare, like I'm speaking a foreign language. I don't get it. What do I have to do to make you go away? Hmm, it's not gonna work.
No. They say that the strictest parents make the sneakiest kids.
That's okay. I got something for that. I was sneaky too. Again, you can't get away with much. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're done.
Oh
Thank
wait,
you.
I had one more thing to say
Oh,
about Edmodo.
Go ahead.
Like when you're talking about Edmodo and how I was talking about it being on a device, um, they're thinking of launching. Like a lot of people don't know, but like they're getting it out there. They're launching this thing called BYOD, and it stands for Bring Your Own Devices. And they're gonna start allowing devices at our school, like tablets, iPods. They don't know about phones, but like you know, Kindle, iPad, iPod, those kind of things, and to download our books because a lot of kids and teenagers use devices. So BYOD is where you can bring in your device and you can download apps needed to help you with school. So
That's cool. I think that's great because even for the book that we're reading, I didn't go. She checked the book out of her library, but I just downloaded it on my iPad, and that's how I'll be reading it. And I'll probably be using my iPad to communicate with the group. I told her, you got all of these letters, BYOD. I'm just going to go in a group and start making up my own. ABZD, FOLD, ROND. I'm just going to be, using all kind of letters. I'm making up my own acronyms. I'm going to be the coolest mom ever on Edmodo.
yeah, I don't know about that.
And at the end of every one that I make up, I'm going to say, Vanyce's mom. Thanks everybody for tuning in again. I'm Valante.
I'm Vanyce.
And we're
V
V squared.